So friends, we shall continue with the theme from yesterday. You have known the subject today, knowing which everything is as well known. Is there such a knowledge? We can't even believe. Just like we can't believe that there is something called immortality. There's something called absolute happiness. No average person, 99.9% people will not believe it. They can't accept it. Because from the day one, when we are born, it has been dinned into our head, man is mortal. Every living being dies. Samsara dukkham. The whole creation existence is rather painful. And of course, nobody can know everything. Long before even aware what the immortality is, what the absolute happiness is, what the absolute knowledge is, by knowing which everything is as well known, you are already prevented with these three thoughts. Immortality, not possible. Happiness at all times, all conditions, not possible. Knowing everything, just impossible. Then what are you looking for? Every person consciously, unconsciously looks for immortality absolute. We have seen it very clearly for the last 5-6 classes. We have gone into the knowledge level, and that knowledge we shall make it very simple. From that I shall continue with that other two things also. How knowing, listen carefully, very carefully, knowing is something which can never be prevented. What you know may or may not exist. Just see the simple difference, friends. Watch your language. From the childhood onwards, this tyranny of the concept, the tyranny of the words, the tyranny of the thoughts, it crosses generations. Always there. That must stop completely. You must see how it is, friends. When you say there is a difference between seeing, hearing, just like there is a difference between seeing and hearing. Seeing with your eyes, hearing with your ears, touching with your skin, tasting with your tongue. Just relax, enjoy like a fun. Smelling, that experiencing is through your nose. None of these are knowing. Seeing is not knowing. Listening is not knowing. Touching is not knowing. You know the seeing. You are knowing that you are seeing. You are knowing that you are seeing the flower. If I take it away, you are knowing that eyes are seeing. Seeing doesn't stop. Flowers can disappear. Atmosphere, everything, the whole, what you are seeing, that whole world, objectified universe can go on changing. But seeing is continuous. But seeing is not knowing. You close your eyes. So when you are seeing with your eyes, you know, you are conscious that you are seeing. And when you close your eyes, you are also conscious. You know that you are not seeing. That is why a blind person may not be able to see, but he is conscious, he knows. Go to the subtler level. With the eyes, object perceived, thoughts are there. When the thought of the flower is existing, and you are knowing that thought. If you name it is hibiscus, I shall say, do you know hibiscus? Yes. Why? The thought is coming associated with the name. The picture of the flower associated with the name. If you don't know the name, you shall say, I don't know. If you don't know the flower, of course you will say, I don't know. Your thought is not there. So that there is a thought and it has a name, that is a thought. The thoughts are created by the sense organs, the eyes, with the help of the object. the object is seen, the color, the form is seen, that thought is there. Then named, that name is there. When the flower goes away, seeing continues. When the eyes close, neither you know you are seeing, also when the eyes close, you know eyes do not see. But the thoughts cannot be prevented. Thoughts are already created. You are knowing the thought. Knowing means there, being conscious of the thought. Listen carefully. Now suppose the thoughts are not there, you also know, aware, absence of the thought. Listen carefully. Who is telling I know? As when the eyes don't say I see, the flower doesn't say I am a hibiscus, the thoughts also do not have a sense of I. So the I thought is a very special one. Only for the human beings it is possible. I thought. That I say that I thought ahankar, very beautiful in Sanskrit, because ahankar means it explains, the word explains it. Aham karomiti buddhi ahankar. I do. I do. In reality, the I, the thought, the individuality, that doesn't do anything. That doing is extended to the entire body. Seeing is a doing, listening is a doing, touching is a doing, actions. Tasting is a doing, smelling is a doing, walking is a doing, lifting is a doing, speaking is a doing, your excretion is a doing, procreation also is a doing, digestion is a doing, breathing is a doing, the pumping heart is a doing, action orientation, understand, kriya shakti. These are doing. That is not knowing. Please. It's not knowing. Are you getting that point? Always it is, these things are being done, doing. I doesn't do anything. I just see, the I shall say, I see. Eyes growing blind, I am blind. How do you know that? I know. What I know? I know I see. I know I don't see. But this I is affected by the activities and inactivity. The capacity of the eyes to see, it is proud, I see. Can't see, I am blind. But how does this I know? The I thought by itself has no knowing capacity. As when the thoughts have no knowing capacity, sense organs have no knowing capacity, objects perceived, sounds, touches, taste also have no knowing capacity. Only one thing, one principle, knowing principle is Chetana, awareness, that is ourself, all the time. And this knowing is something comes with your body being born. Long before the child learns a language, he is conscious. Long before the eyes open, like a puppy doesn't see from the beginning. After a few days, his eyes will open. Think. As a human being, your eyes have started seeing, ears have started seeing. But suppose the eyes get born blind, you are not born unconscious. And don't say the brain function. Are you stupid? It's like telling the television, the tubes, that is the one is the waves, all the sound waves or the picture, all that waves. No. That's an instrument, physical instrument. Consciousness is not a product of an instrument. It is there, like space is there. Space is there. House comes up in space, car space, pot space, mountain space. But the space is not created because of something is existing in it. Space is already there. Silence, always there. Whatever types of sound, you make it musical sound, instrumental music, vocal music, loud sound, do whatever, create a pandemonium. Silence will never be disturbed, but silence shall be inherent in and through everything. Same principle, knowing is something universal, being conscious. There is no male consciousness, no female consciousness, no childhood consciousness, no youth consciousness, no old age consciousness, no blind man's consciousness, no deaf man's consciousness. Chetana, Chetana, the knowing is something continuous. This morning I was walking, this morning I was walking in our garden on the upstairs roof. I saw from the eastern sky, long distance, a plane is coming. Usually this morning flight, suppose it comes from Singapore or other places, usually it will pass over our ashrams. That plane I saw that, listen carefully. It is because I was thinking about this subject, it was an amazing thing. The plane was coming. When the plane was coming, I saw that plane is coming. And then I saw the plane, listen carefully, I saw the plane. No sound. Because they are far away, no sound. As it came nearer, the sound came. As it came nearer, this sound comes. So suddenly now the ears are hearing, that reporting the sound. As it passes over the head, then I saw the plane moves away, the sound first fades away. Then after some distance, the plane also fades away. All these things, in this long distance seeing the plane, I knew, knowing, conscious. Sound comes, knowing, conscious. The sound fades, conscious. The plane fades away, conscious. Knowing never stops. Are you getting that point, please? You must see it very clearly. Knowing never stops. That is the absolute knowledge. What you know means what you see, and therefore you say you know the flower, is a relative knowledge. You see some flowers, you don't see some flowers. What you see, you call it the knowledge of the flowers. What you don't see, you call it the ignorance of the flowers. You hear some sound, you know those sounds. That is relative knowledge and ignorance because that is perceived, heard, seen, touched, tasted, named, and those informations we call it as the knowledge, information. But that by which you know everything, that is the real knowledge, in whose presence everything is known. And that is something always remains ever the same. That shall never ever go. You can never be unconscious. Forget every other principle, friends. Just think this much. Forget I am a PhD, I am a Farsi, I am the tycoon, I am the celebrity, I am an idiot, I am a sinner, I am stupid. Don't forget that rubbish. Those are all roles. Just see our human life. When you say, I see, you are not seeing, your eyes are seeing. What you see never belongs to you. Are you getting that point? What only your eyes report is not created by your eyes, nor you create. You find yourself in a universe which is already existing, already created. You don't create a universe and come. The physical body comes with all the instruments, eyes to see, ears to hear, tongue to taste, nose to smell, body to touch, thoughts to happen, and being conscious. Nobody can give it to you. Listen carefully. Neither you can choose to be unconscious. Try, come on, be. Close your eyes. If I say don't see, you will close your eyes. Don't hear, you will stop your ears. Don't taste, don't put anything on your tongue. Don't smell, you can hold your breath for a few seconds. Don't touch, choose to keep your body apart. Don't have a thought, that also you can suspend. Just still yourself. Thoughts will be suspended. And even if you don't have to suspend your thoughts cannot come all the time. It is continuously changing. But you can never stop being conscious. Chetana. That by which you are knowing everything, that is yourself. That is the content of every thought, everywhere it is possible, everywhere. Just like, friends, please see, water drowns everything. All that is drowned is not water. Fire burns. All that is burnt is not fire. Shankara gives somewhere in this beautiful statement. Fire burns, but all that is burnt is not fire. Space accommodates. Everything that is accommodated is not space. Eyes see. All that is seen are not the eyes. Ears hear. All that is heard is not your ear. Difficult to appreciate. These are the basic foundation of it. Understanding about yourself, who you are. First, long before you start seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, gathering thoughts, you are already who you are. Conscious, Chetana. That is something must be very, very clearly seen. And that is something which is all knowledge, because in and through every knowledge, every information, every sensation, every perception, every naming and branding, you are there. You can never have a thought without the consciousness being in the, inherent in it. For this flyover to be seen, listen friends, how do you start seeing? Ask yourself, how do you start seeing? Oh, my eyes I see. Okay, the eyes shall see. Suppose just your own experience you think of it, your eyes will see. Suppose you are absent-minded. How many of you hear everything that I am talking? Suddenly I will tell a joke, some people will laugh, some people, what did he say, what did he say? Your both ears are open, here you are sitting down, why are you not knowing it? Because thoughts are somewhere, so you don't hear. Thoughts are somewhere, I don't see. Eating, but your thoughts are not. That's why people grow like a football and what is that? Pumpkin. Why? Because eating, don't know when to stop. Drinking, you don't know when to stop. Alcoholic, you don't know when to stop. This is going on. Start chanting. Look at your Mahadeva, look at your experiences, friend. This subject is absolutely simple, easy, here and now. Every person can grasp it. You know some chanting, let us say you know Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, just say. Or if you know a few slokas, all that. If I say chant, you will start chanting. The first verse you start, first line is Urdhva Mula Madasaka Maswatham Praura Rumba, first class chanting. Then Om Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In between you have chanted, but you are not aware of any chanting. Think of it. Just think of it, friends. You are not aware, but chanting going on. Absent-minded means what? You are sitting down. Oh, suddenly wake up. What happened? Where are you? Reverie. What is reverie? Forgot. Then suddenly comes meditation. Meditation means what? The stupid meditation that you people do these days, you pay for parking your body. You come idiot, you go back idiot. For parking your body, you pay 20 rupees and you have a meditation session. Nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. The same person comes, same person goes back. And when you do that, first 1 minute you are very aware. Aware means you are aware of your body sitting down, eyes are closed. In few minutes, your eyes starts closing, your sleep is trying to overtake, then you are already bending. You should take that photo. Nonsense. You forget it. So knowing means not that eyes seeing, eyes see. The seeing can stop, hearing can stop, tasting can stop, touching can stop, but knowing shall never stop. That by which, listen carefully, that by which you know things, those things becomes object of knowledge. Object of knowledge, listen carefully, object of knowledge. That thought is the object of your knowledge. But the knowledge as such is consciousness, Chetana. That is the content of every thought, every perception. That is the content of every thought, every perception. Like, as I told you, that can never be lost sight of. Can never be lost sight of. Try to lose consciousness. Come on. All that is accommodated is not space. Space accommodates. All that is seen is not the eyes. Eyes see. All that is drowned is not water. Water drowns. All that is burnt is not fire. Fire burns everything. All that is known is not the consciousness, including not only the gross objects, but also the gross sense organ, your subtle thoughts. I thought, you are conscious, in whose presence everything is known. That comes, what is known, in that there is a classification, knowledge and ignorance. That is why in the world, friends, the more you know, the more you come to know how much you do not know. That is relative knowledge. The more you know, you see, hear, taste, touch, then you, suppose villager, he doesn't bother. Because he doesn't think, oh, I only went to my village, I did not go to Cuttack, I didn't go to Bhubaneswar, or I didn't go to Madurai. The person is educated. I saw only my village. I came to Madras. I am stuck in Madras. I am dreaming of going to America. I am dreaming of going to moon. The more you know, the more you come to discover how much you do not know. That is why the educated people are permanently damaged. Permanently damaged. Therefore, they have to be very proud. What I know, nobody else knows. Same thing holds. What the other person knows, you don't know. What is that to be proud of? Relative knowledge and ignorance. That is where comes your comparison, competition, and therefore all types of confusion. But that by which you know your knowledge, that by which you know your ignorance, that by which I know all my informations, sensations, perceptions, that by which I know what all sensations, perceptions, thoughts I don't have, that is one and the same for all of us. That is why Chetana, Atma, Chetana, in whose presence everything is known. So for in every thought, consciousness inherent. In every perception, consciousness is inherent. That is why knowing which everything is as well known. That is the beauty in Upanishads. In Upanishads, that is a story, amazing story. The son goes to the Gurukula, comes back, and the father asks him. When the father comes back, the father asks him. Because he saw the fellow is like a peacock, very proud because he knew ABCD or I, you know that. Little knowledge, dangerous thing. Empty vessel sounds much. That is how most people, educated people are. Little knowledge, Baba. The fellow is thinking as though he is the knower of the universe. I know. What nonsense, Nothing. If you really are, even if you are conscious of a bit of your knowledge, the more you know, more you come to discover how much you do not know. It will make you humble, not proud. You can never know everything. Anyway, this boy comes back like a proud peacock, and the father says, so you went and studied with the Guru? Yes. Did you know something? Did your teacher tell you something? Did your teacher teach you something? Did you know something? By knowing which everything is as well known. And don't say today's child or that today's child. This is human child, human nature. The child says, I don't know. I don't think my teacher knows. Had he known, he would have told us no. In Upanishads it is, I am not writing that, okay? Human nature everywhere. Nobody shall accept that. I don't think my teacher ever knew it. Or else he would have told me, did you ask? Your father is asking, did you know? You say no. My teacher did not. Okay. Is there such a knowledge? In Mundoka Upanishad it comes, Kasminnu bhagavo vigyate sarvamidam vigyatam bhavati syat. Oh Lord, please teach me something by knowing which everything is as well known, so that I don't have a sense of limitation. Information limits you. That is where comes the competition. Who is more? Like land. You, the one who owns the whole universe, with whom shall you compete? How much land you have got? He owns the whole universe. When you are with the principle of knowledge, awareness, consciousness, everything, that is in and through everything, that is your nature, that is everybody's nature, no comparison, no competition. You know, I know. But what we know, there will be limitation, should be limitation. With everybody cannot know everything in a limited universe. That is the ahankara, understand this. Ahankara is a very peculiar stuff. What is he doing? Aham karomi. I do. This fellow doesn't do anything. But it grabs everybody's doing. Leg walks, I walk. Hand lifts, I lift. Mouth speaks, I speak. Body is growing, I am growing. Are you pumping your heart? Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Are you breathing? But what say? I am breathing. Really? Breathing. These are all involuntary action, egoless activities of the universe. Did you push the earth for the sun to rise or set? Are you bringing in the monsoon? Did you create the space? Solar system? Why forget so far, boy? Are you breathing? Are you sleeping? You can go and lie down. You don't sleep. Can you bring sleep? Wait, sleep comes. Can you bring hunger? Wait until the hunger comes. Can you bring your youth? Can you push it back? Nothing you can do, but the idiot is sitting down there. I am young. What a waste. I am hungry. I don't know this. I know this. Proud. To know, you don't have to say, I know. To see, you don't have to say, I see. Are you getting that point? That one word. So this I who is now craving for knowing everything, he shall know everything. How? That in whose presence it is knowing everything. How do I know? How do I see? With the eyes. What do you see? Objects. That is not me. What do you hear? How do you hear? With the ears. How do you hear? Other sounds. That is not me. Do you have thoughts? Yes, I have thoughts. Listen, I have the thoughts. You are shifting. I know the world. I know my eyes. Now I know my thoughts. Listen. The thoughts are there. You know that? Yes, I know that. Thoughts are not there? I don't know. This I feels proud with a few information, stupid with no information. How does it know? I know, I am conscious. Oh. So are you conscious, or because there is consciousness you say I am conscious? That is a ahankara, aham karomi. I mean, useless fellow. Doesn't do anything but grabs everything to itself. 8 billion ahankara functioning in this universe. If you have still not killed yourself, you are lucky. And we are continuously killing. What do you think of this Ukraine war? What do you think of these political parties warring? What do you think of the religious parties warring? What is that? My faith, ultimate. My faith, my foot. Today I was thinking that in Germany, yesterday they did it. Yesterday was Sunday, no? Today is Sunday. So Saturday, Sunday, they had in a church service, do you know what? Artificial intelligence giving the sermon. So you don't need the guys anymore, guys or girls to talk about it. That fellow will talk. What shall he talk? What shall he talk? It shall talk what is fed to him. Little permutation combination it can make. Can it have out-of-box thinking? Can he give you a meaningful, pregnant silence? Speak. But appreciation takes place when you do not speak. You are seeing everything, touching everything, testing everything, knowing your thoughts. When all that is thought, Objects are staying outside, you close your eyes, your body is here, you go into thought. Thoughts also you are knowing. The I says, I know. The knowing principle. This is a pregnant silence. Conveys something which you are. I am. Everybody. By knowing which, everything is as well known. Because the truth of everything is the same consciousness. Like what you call as the knowing also, that means experiencing. Listen carefully. Many people say, Swami, I know. I know means what? Informed with familiar with the information. But I don't have the experience of it. Stupid, don't see that. Every moment, that is the only thing you are experiencing. What you call as the knowledge, consciousness, chetana, that is the one anubhava swarupa. Every moment you are experiencing it. Play with the word experience. Listen carefully. Play with the word experience. Now here is a flower. Simple, see that. Here is a flower. Are you experiencing the flower? Say yes or no. You don't have to say, just see that. Are you experiencing the flower? Can you say no? Oh. So experiencing the flower means what? Seeing the flower. Suppose the flower is not there, I ask, are you experiencing the flower? That means you must be an idiot, you don't understand what I am talking. To say I am experiencing the flower is there and I am seeing the flower, seeing the colors. So here when I say experiencing the flower, seeing is experiencing. Are you getting that? Seeing is experiencing. I take away the flower. Are you seeing the flower? No. So not seeing also is experiencing. Seeing is in experiencing, not seeing and experiencing. So seeing and not seeing is the function of the eyes. Absence of the flower is not seeing, closing the eyes also is not seeing anything. Opening the eyes means seeing, I am experiencing seeing, not seeing, I am experiencing not seeing. How do you know that? What about your thoughts? Your eyes don't see the thought. With your eyes open, you can't experience your thought with your eyes. Eyes can experience the object outside. Eyes cannot experience the thought of the object. Though the thoughts are created because of the interaction, because of the presence of the eyes as well as the object, both come together. But thoughts cannot be experienced by your eyes, cannot be seen by your eyes, cannot be heard by your ears. Thought of the sound cannot be heard by your ears. Thought of the taste cannot be tasted by your tongue. Thought of the smell cannot be tasted by your nose. Thought of a touch cannot be touched. That's why a thought of a touch drives you crazy. The thought of a taste drives you crazy. Whom does it drive crazy? Your body is driving crazy? You are driven crazy. I ahankar. So you are experiencing. What do you say? Oh, too many thoughts, I don't know what to do, always coming, going. I want to think it is not coming, I don't want to think it is coming. Experiencing. Who is experiencing your mindful stupidity? Mindless stupidity or mindful stupidity doesn't matter. You are experiencing it. Suppose there is a time the thoughts are not there. Are you not experiencing the absence of thought? And in order to experience, do you need to say or do you need to think, I am experiencing, I am not experiencing? Do you need to say that? You are just conscious. Experiencing that you are experiencing anything and everything, experiencing that you are not experiencing anything whatsoever at the level of your senses. Is it very difficult to understand, friends? It's very difficult. Go and hit your head on somewhere. We need intelligent people. This is where everything else collapses. Your so-called religious beliefs, so-called social beliefs, so-called the secular sort of belief, disbelief, conclusions, everything becomes useless. Because here you discover one oneness which is absolutely inherent in and through the universe. We are all part of the universe. You have to establish it. But if your vision is narrow, Madras for Madrasi, Madurai for Madurai, Tamil for Tamilians, America for Americans, India for Indians, Africa for Africans, who is doing it? God. He has nothing else to do. And that God you created. That type of God. This is the God and there is no other God. This is the faith and there is no other faith is absolute nonsense. Listen carefully, friends. Think of it. Experiencing, you cannot escape. You are experiencing all that is seen, heard, tasted, touched, smelled. You are experiencing, eyes not seeing, ears not hearing, tongue not tasting, you are also experiencing. You are experiencing the presence of the thoughts, different types of thoughts. That is why when people consider holy thought means you are very religious, when those thoughts don't come, you don't know what to do. Full guilt. I could not think of the form of the Lord. Or when I am thinking is formless, forms are coming back. Naturally. Those things you cannot prevent from changing. Forms outside, everything outside, your physical body, your sense organs, your thoughts, you cannot stop from changing. And you cannot prevent yourself being changeless consciousness. Changes you cannot stop. Changelessness you cannot prevent. That's your being who you are. But what has happened? As a nameless being, formless being, yet in and through every name, every form. Like space is formless, but it accommodates in and through everything. That is why Chitrupa Chaitanya Atmika. Oh Mother, you are Chitrupa Chaitanya Atmika. You are pure consciousness. And it is in and through everything. Jadarupa Jadatmika. With all that is not conscious, is inert things, but that also you are. Both you are. Space, air, fire, water, earth, elements are, your physical body is made out of Pancha Mahabhuta, Akasa, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi. And the same Akasa is everywhere. But it's like a little wave thinks there is no water, no ocean. The little wave, if he says there is no water, no ocean, what can you say? With a one little body, with little mind, little things, the fellow says there is nothing else other than it. Ha! You are inseparable, inherent part of everything. There is nothing which there is no such thing which is not your own nature. The same Chetana, inherent in and through everything. Knowing yourself. You know everything. Meaning, whatever the object may be, whatever the form may be, has been in every experience of sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, thinking, no thinking. I am the experience, consciousness, Anubhava Swarupa. Something, every perception, every knowledge, the same consciousness is also inherent in and through everything. So knowing which, you are as well in everything. Experiencing which, you are in and through every experience. And this is something to experience, listen carefully, to experience yourself, you cannot go anywhere because you are the experience nature itself. To experience the sunrise, take your body to the ocean. Wait for the sun to rise. To experience the sound, take the body where the sound is and is within the range of your ears. To experience a smell, same thing. Take that fragrance where the flower is. To experience a touch, take to the object which you want to touch, and your body must be there. To experience your thought, where should you go? To experience your thought, Himalayan caves, inside the Ganges, or shall I go into polar region, another planet, star? To experience your thought, where should you go? No, to experience for something. Yeah, I am experiencing. So that by which you are experiencing, to experience that, where should you go? And what is the auspicious time for it? What is the holy place for it? Understand, friends, the entire edifice of so-called secular religious differences will collapse. Nobody is better than nobody. As that Lalita Sahasranam, Samana Adhika Varjita. O mother, you are Samana Adhika Varjita. Neither anything, you are not equal to anybody, meaning there is no inequality in and anywhere. Neither somebody is Adhika. More or less, everybody is same. What we experience shall go on changing. That we experience is universal. Physical experiences are physical experiences. Seeing is through eyes, hearing is through ears, touching is through skin. What has happened? For people, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, those experiences have become more important. Why? Because it is sensation oriented. When you hear something, sensation comes. Touch something, sensation comes. Even these 5 sensations, listen carefully. You smell something, there will be some sensation. You eat something, you see something, there will be some. Oh, it's so beautiful, nice moonrise, oh, nice moonrise. You will be there. You listen to some music, it's very beautiful. That much you shall say. But, listen carefully. What is the highest sensation you can have? Eating food. When you are eating food, what happens? Very nice sensation. That is the time. See, when you are listening to music, when you are listening to music, you can still be thinking of to see something, hear something, touch something. All thoughts may go away for a few minutes, but all the other thoughts may come. While you are eating something, 5 sense organs are involved. 5 sense organs are involved. You are seeing the food, smelling that fragrance, whatever there, and tasting the flavor, and touching the hot, cold thing, and listening to different types of talk and all that stuff. 5 senses are involved. But the highest sensation comes from the touch. Touching something, understand? Touch. Sense experiences, touching. That is why it is known as the matra sparsha. The 3 sense organs are from a distance you can experience. You can experience the sound from a distance, sight from a distance, smell from a distance. The flower doesn't have to go into your nose. Sun doesn't have to go into your eyes to see the sunrise or sunset. Music, the crackers doesn't have to burst in your ear for you to listen. From a distance you can listen. Whereas touch and taste you can't do from a distance. With your tongue, can you go for a scanning food? You can't taste. It has to be placed on your tongue. Touching, just show your finger everywhere. Are you touching? No. You can't do that. You can't touch it. It must be on your skin. No clothes also. With this clothes on, touch. What is the sensation of flower? What nonsense. It has to be nothing on bare body. And the highest sensation is the physical intimacy. And when that physical intimacy, so what are you looking for? Please think for, in all these sense experiences, what are you looking for? The sound or the sensation, the music that it creates in your sensation that it creates in your head. Fragrance, or the fragrance that creates something inside you. Sight, or the sight that creates something inside you. Taste, the food, the taste, or the taste, what it creates inside you. Just a physical intimacy, that's something, or what it creates inside you. Do you find a sensation, somebody is feeling very great, will you be very nice? You must have the same sensation. If you don't have that sensation, it's useless. Think, friends. And in that sensation, please understand, what happens is, why people like sensation? Because that moment you are incapacitated to think. You can't think, not that you don't think. Think for yourself. In your moments of highest ecstasy, whatever it is for you, that you like that experience which you can't think, not you don't want to think. Why people like anesthesia? Why people like deep sleep? You can't think. Thoughts don't come, you can't. While experiencing sensations, that sensation you like most, where you can't think, not that you don't think. And when you are aware of yourself, the experience, you know thoughts are not needed, thoughts are there, fantastic, thoughts are not that fantastic. But suppose not being able to think gives you pleasure, then what happens is you are afraid of every thought. That is why knowledge, consciousness, yourself being who you are, the presence of thought is beautiful, absence of thought is beautiful. Presence of sensation is beautiful, absence of sensation also is beautiful. Presence of an object is wonderful, absence of object also is wonderful. Everything is wonderful. Naivatasya krutena artha na krutena kasyana. There is no such thing to be done, there is no such thing we cannot do. Absolute freedom. It's like you are a rich man and you have got a small car. Or a poor man has got a small car. When somebody says, why this small car? I don't like big cars. Oh, you don't like or you can't have. This is how people justify their stupidities. Huge. Why people live in such big house? Have 5 billion rupees, whether you shall know whether you like a big house or not. Choice is yours. Listen carefully. There is nothing to be big about big or nothing to be small about the small. If you have a rich man, you have the capacity to purchase a Lamborghini, but you purchase Maruti 200, you choose to do it. You are rich. But you have a small car, why? Because I can't afford. Then don't say that I like it. Your like it doesn't, dislike doesn't mean anything. When the thoughts are gone, incapacitated, wow, the spell will be over. Like anesthesia comes to an end, sleep also comes to an end, your sensation which is almost like that sort of completely paralyzing you, that type of sensation also, it will come to an end. When it comes to an end, what happens? Right. Whereas when you experience, when you see yourself, that in whose presence you are experiencing everything, that is the experience. I am experiencing, seeing the flower. Flower is gone. I am experiencing, seeing. You close your eyes, I am experiencing, not seeing. Then once you close your eyes, the world of object is no more there. But the world of thought cannot go away. I am experiencing the thoughts. When the thoughts are not there, I am experiencing the absence of thought. Who is naming it? The I thought is telling. I am experiencing, I am not. Consciousness doesn't speak. The I thought says, I am experiencing, I am not experiencing. That is why people go crazy. Thought oriented. The Upanishads are remembered. Oh, I am the Brahman. Thoughts have changed, the fellow is stupid. Completely stupid. Most beliefs are like that. Understand. Are you comfortable because of your thoughts, beliefs, or because of who you are? Your belief, your thought, your name, your form, your informations are useless. You are born without it, you shall die without it. Unbranded you came, unbranded you shall go. That is why the faith means nothing. For sometimes you can have fun, but you shall go into that point sometimes later, friends. So you are experiencing the presence of thought. You are experiencing absence. You are experiencing the I going crazy. I don't know why I am thinking like that. I don't know why I am not coming like that. Why are you at that level? That in whose presence you are experiencing, that is more important than all that you experience. Are you getting that point? That in whose presence you are knowing everything, that is most important. What you know shall come and go. That by which you know shall always be there. Since it will be always there, chit, awareness, knowing that, that is the truth of everything. Yasmin vijnade sarvam idam vijnadam bhavati, knowing which everything is known. I don't know all the forms of gold, I know gold. But what all are ornaments, teriyadapa. I know space, air, fire, water, earth. The whole universe I know. How? Because wherever you go, either there will be space or fire or water or earth. This is known as general, samanya jnanam. Knowing the gold, you know all the ornaments. You may not know exact forms of ornaments, but you know this gold. What is there to see more? That is why in Kathopanishad there are beautiful Bhagavan says, Yadeveha tadamutra, yadamutra tadanyuha, mrutyasa mrutyumapnoti yananeva pashyati. He Nachiketas, yadava iha, tad amutra. Whatever is here is there. One fellow went in his mind, didn't know what is that? Very good boy, non-vegetarian. Go inside, okay? Think of it. Yadeva iha tad amutra. Whatever is here is there. You go to London, do you see London space, London air, London fire, London same space, same fire, same water, same earth. Decorations, arrangements are different. Same mitti, same soil, same water, same fire, same air, same earth, right? Which place it is not? Moon also go. Go into another galaxy. Whatever is here, same thing is there. You see Indian food, you get sensation. You eat Indian food, you get sensation. Eat European food, same sensation. Different type of sensation will be there. But experiencing, I am experiencing Italian food. I am experiencing Chinese food. So what is more valued for you? Chinese food sensation, Italian food sensation. You are experiencing all these. That by which you are experiencing, that is the truth in every experience also. So be happy with being who you are. Awareness, experience, whatever, anubhava swarupa. Then choose. Why not Italian? Why not Chinese? Why not Indian? And if not there, so what? His presence or absence will not make any difference to you. But how people talk? What food you are eating? Dosa. Yeppo mein dosa idli, dosa idli, dosa idli. Why not roti jawal? How does it matter? Will it not keep me alive? Every day if you eat idli, are you dead? Don't be like a victim of this type of nonsense. You choose. I am the happiness itself. Everything is there, fantastic. Nothing is there, super. Nobody can threaten you. He Nachiketas, yadeve tadamutra. Yad amutra tad anu iha. Whatever is there, same thing also is here. Mrutyaso mrutyumapnoti. That person shall travel from death to death. Naneva pashyati. One who sees as though there are differences. Then we shall travel from death to death. I am leaving London now. I am going to Africa. I am leaving Africa. I am going to India. Nonsense. What are you excited about? Same nonsense will be there. Same nonsense. You believe one religion, don't believe another. If it is faith-based, if it is faith-based, you shall have same conflict everywhere. If it is faith-based, If it is word-based, same conflict, same confusion, same contradiction will be always there. If it is the truth-based, yourself, what contradiction? That is a Sanatana. Sanatana Dharma, meaning Sanatana means Sadayama Nutana, eternally fresh. Who you are, who I am, who everything is fantastic. And that which is in and through everything, if you want to name that macrocosm, a name called is God, it, Ishvara, do anything you like. There is no my God, your God. There is no my faith, your faith. There is not me and you. All are one and the same. But Avivaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Hey Arjuna, Avivaktam cha bhuteshu. In and through all the beings, undivided one consciousness, awareness, Chetana Swarupa. Vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Existing as though divided. And that division is very good. Now suppose the whole body is a nose, will you like it? That whole body is a mouth. Or the whole body is a head. Good that the head is there, toe is there, knee is there, thigh is there, stomach is there, everything is there. It's fantastic. But suppose you are belly oriented, you will be problem. Somebody ear oriented, only music, music, music. Somebody sight oriented, somebody taste oriented, somebody touch oriented, somebody smell oriented, somebody sex oriented, somebody what is that anus, that defecation oriented. And think of it. Somebody is hand oriented, somebody is leg oriented, somebody is speech oriented. Speak, 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 speak. Their only pleasure is speech, speech. Continuous speaking. Have you not seen people? Verbal diarrhea. They cannot keep quiet. Ooh, always it must be there. Why are you focused on one particular organ, one particular part of your body? Your whole body is fantastic. You can take maximum out of every part of your body. You can take maximum out of your every thought, every perception, every sensation. Why? Because you are in and through everything, all experiences, all knowledge. Yasmin vikyate sarvavidam vikyatam bhavati. But people don't believe it because they have been already brainwashed. You can't have all these things. These are like what we saw, immortality. You cannot, immortality very deep, there is nobody, man is mortal. And if you want to be living with some God, you have to, after death also you have to go and look at his face, he has to look at your face. Nonsense, as though nothing else to do in this universe, rubbish. What type of thinking is that? That there is a mortality, listen carefully, that there is a mortality will never change. The I, the ahankar, dragging the mortality to itself, that can be stopped. So immortality does not mean converting, changing the mortal into immortal, but the mortality by itself is not affecting anybody. That the body is dying is not a problem, that the body is changing is not a problem. I am dying, I am changing, I am fat, I am lean, I am dark, I am white. Nonsense. Whiteness, darkness has no conflict. Thin, fat has no conflict. Boy, girl has no conflict. Transgender has no conflict. That is the conditions in body. I am a man. Oh boy. I am a girl. That I brings in. I am dying. I am changing. I am aging. Aging is not a problem. Changing is not a problem. Same thing also thought-wise. Thought is not a problem. But I am a physicist. I am a mathematician. I am a historian. I don't know anything. Huh? But I only know physics, but I don't know mathematics. I know only mathematics, I don't know geography. I know what are you doing? I stuck. Condemned to one little identity, you have given up your supreme identity. Stuck to one body, the whole universe, you have denied yourself. Stuck to one thought, one faith, you have completely denied yourself. The whole thing that is all pervasive. Immortality is something, your nature. The I identifies with the changing, listen guys, the I identifies itself with changing, dying, aging body as well as the thought. How does it identify? You know, to identify something, you must know it. Understand, friends? To identify with something, you must know it. Unknown things can you identify with? Yes, I can identify with unknown things. What? Ignorance. Ignorance is a condition. Swamiji, I am ignorant. How do you know? I know. What I know? I am ignorant. So you are first know or first ignorance? Second ignorance. You know. The knowing principle, nobody can beat it. And that is immortal. That when you become, how to be immortal? You can't change mortality to immortality. Let mortality be mortal. The I, one who is identified. Immortality always shining. Same thing also happiness. Body does not feel aging, old or dilapidated. The object also, the sensation is not a happiness. The object is not a happiness. When the happy, good sensation comes, I like it. I'm so happy. And why are you miserable? The sensation is not available. Why are you unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Ask yourself, why are you unhappy? Chinese food is not there. So what about the Chinese fellows? So they all be happy. Why are they going attacking to Tibet and this country and that country? You understand nonsense? I don't have the Swiss chocolate. Oh. Have you gone and asked a villager, you want Swiss chocolate? Another day? Swiss chocolate. Like one. Anyway, I have no time for that. If time for that, we'll have fun. Anyway, I must. Okay, don't worry. How does it matter? You see one fellow. He knows a little English. One banker one day makes a phone call. Hello, sir. Are you Mr. So and so? Yes, I am he. I am he. Yes, I am he. That is the type of English he's talking. I am he. Sir, you have been selected to be a VIP customer of our bank. A VIP. I don't need VIP suitcase. VIP suitcase. I don't need. No, sir, I am not talking about suitcase. I am talking about you are a VIP customer. Yes, VIP. But I don't like VIP. I have got already one suitcase. Now what shall you talk to VIP? To ordinary people, if you say, I have got the most expensive watch, I have got a private jet, I have got a private yacht which is cost only $500 million because you are Amazon owner. What will happen in $500 million thing? Are you breathing some $500 million air? Blue water in which you are floating, is it different from you and for a dinghy, a small boat? Somewhere we have gone crazy, friends. Sensation oriented. Why are you unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Why are you struggling? The same rice the stomach gets. Rice is rice carbohydrate. This stupid stomach understands the language of carbohydrate. It doesn't understand biryani, idiyappam, idli. Who creates idli? That is, stomach understands carbohydrate. But what do you think? Sensation. That food, this sensation. This link, this sensation. Right? So if you are sensation hunting, and that is how you think your happiness will come, you shall never be happy in life. Because it will not be always there. It won't be always there. But in that happiness, what are you in that experience? What are you experiencing? Myself. So ultimate happiness is yourself. In that moment of experiencing, if the thoughts drive you crazy, when you get the object and thoughts go away, you are with yourself. Beyond to that. You want happiness, eternal, yourself. You want immortality, it is all with yourself. I doesn't have there. And if that I is there for a functional I am happy with myself and I am happy with anything and everything. Certain thing may give you convenience, someday inconvenience. It doesn't matter, it all moves on. I am immortal, but physical body is 70-year-old now, or 50-year-old, 30-year-old, it will be dying, let it go. Immortal. When shall the immortal like to die? Immortal never dies. Physical body, how long can you keep? You can't keep it. With the best of the health, it is going to go. Worst of the health also, it is going to go. So keep the body healthy. Why? For your convenience. The good car kept maintained, you can travel to distance happily. So this vehicle is there for the moving mobile home for the universe. It's a mobile home. Like you have got the mobile, no? What is the caravan? This is a caravan. Everything is here. Go around the world. Anywhere you want to go, go. But don't say, only that place, my son. Only that sight, only that touch, that taste. Okay, you have organized yourself to be very miserable. And that is a conspiration. It's a total conspiracy, group conspiracy. When more and more people believe earth is flat, you think earth is flat. So that way people try to convert people to their faith. Why? Because more followers, they will have still comforting themselves. There must be something. Or else how can more people convert into it? What a waste. The thought is the truth is not decided by popular vote. How many people believe the earth is flat? That is why that boy, Galileo, they were trying to guillotine, they want to destroy him. Why? Because he said earth is not the center of the universe. He is the only man who told the truth. The whole organization, the entire religious establishment was against him, tried to hang him. Why? Because he is disturbing million people. You speak the truth, don't worry. You speak the truth, you shall disturb everybody. Because what you have, you are taking yourself to be. I said, who you are is not what you have. Who will not be disturbed? Who will not be disturbed? You are clinging to things that you have. And I say, what you are, what you have is not who you are. That will complete, your world will collapse. So everybody will be against it. So let us sit down together and talk same nonsense. Earth is flat, earth is flat, earth is flat, earth is flat. Beautiful. Sing the song. We will enjoy that also. Knowing thoroughly well it is not flat. Get the knowledge of yourself. So immortality is yourself. Happiness is yourself. Knowledge. Knowing which everything is same consciousness. So call it a chit, awareness. Since it is existing all the time, sat, immortality, ever existing. The same thing is continuous in every moment of happiness, you are with yourself. So call it ananda, bliss if you like. Call it jnanam, chit if you like. Call it sat, immortality if you like. Sat, chit, ananda. Apparently three, but all the three are one and the same. That which is chit, consciousness, remaining all times, all periods, in all conditions, at all times, at all places, in all conditions, therefore it is sat, immortal, because it is never absent, never suffers in absence. And since in its presence everything is known, it is the knowledge, the same consciousness in and through every information, perception, sensation. So who are you? Ahamasmi, sadabhami, kadajit naham apriya. Atoham na katham brahma, sachidananda lakshanam, aham asmi, sadaham asmi, always I am. The meaning of the word I. Don't get by heart that form verse, and then when that verse is forgotten, your truth also is forgotten. Sadaham asmi, I am always there. Sadaham bhami, always conscious, bhami, shining. Sada priya, always I love myself. You love yourself. That you go to the Tattvabodha classes. You love yourself because you are the happiness. Because you are the source of happiness, you love yourself. You love anything that gives you happiness, you love it. So where from you get that happiness? From yourself. You can't escape loving yourself. And anything that you love is your source of happiness. Since I love myself, I am the source of happiness. Since I am the source of happiness, I can't escape loving myself. Therefore, once you are in love with yourself, you are in love with the whole universe. Nothing should change to make me who I am. Nothing should be dismissed for me to be who I am. Can I be cruel? Can I be insensitive? For me to be me, nothing should change. Are you getting that point? I am going to your house, you give me food, fine, don't give me food, fine. Give me a soft fellow, fine, give me a hard fellow, fine. You don't greet me, fine, you greet me, fine. You said, get out, I am fine, you stay there also, fine. You know what am I your problem? I can never be your problem. Because I am not my problem. My body, for whatever it is, what is the best body? My body. Why? Because it's mine. What is the best mind? My mind. Why? Because my mind. Even the kings will be jealous of you. That is why in our tradition, sadhus are addressed as Maharaj, Maharaj, what is Maharaj now? Emperor, tree number 22, address, what is Maharaj? Why? Because of this knowledge, this wisdom. Who can have it? Anybody, any time, any place. There is no such that only Indians, Hindus, boys, girls, no. Human beings. Are you a man? Are you a human being? Man, woman, transgender, doesn't matter. Believer, non-believer, doesn't matter. Are you willing to know yourself? Yes. That is the truth you are. Everybody. So this is the immortality clinic. As you go for a health clinic for health, come to this immortal clinic, this self-knowledge clinic to understand who you are. And here, as you know, doctor can give you the health, they can remove the disease. Nobody can give you mortality. They can help you to dissociate yourself from the mortality as to who you are. Amazing. Okay? Thank you, friends. Close your eyes. You have to go back and think it over, because I have to give a class 1 hour to packing it off. I feel stupid. But then that's how it is. All of you have heard about it. Think about it and see for yourself and be who you are.